Stafford County is a county located in the Commonwealth of Virginia. As of the 2010 census, the population was 128,961. Its county seat is Stafford, located across the Rappahannock River from the city of Fredericksburg. Stafford County is part of the Washington-Arlington-Alexandria, DCVAMD, West Virginia Metropolitan Statistical Area. In 2006, and again in 2009, Stafford was ranked as the 11th highest income county in America by Forbes magazine. History. For thousands of years, various cultures of indigenous peoples succeeded each other in the territories along the Potomac River and its tributaries. By the time of English colonization, there were 32 Algonquin-speaking American Indian tribes in the present-day coastal Tidewater, Virginia area, including those of the Patawatomi and numerous tribes that were part of the Powhatan Confederacy. The former small tribe, still centered in Stafford County, was recognized by the state of Virginia in 2010. The Native Americans' first recorded encounter with Europeans in this area was in 1608 with John Smith of the Jamestown settlement. During a time of recurring tension between the early English colonists and local Native Americans, the colonists led by Samuel Argall captured Chief Powhatan's daughter, Pocahontas, while she was residing with her husband, Koku. It occurred in the eastern part of this county, from where they took her to a secondary English settlement known as Henricus. Alexander Whittaker converted Pocahontas to Christianity during her captivity. He renamed the princess Rebecca at her baptism. Rebecca married English colonist John Rolfe on April 5, 1614 in Jamestown. The English colonial government of Virginia imposed its own order on the land and peoples. In 1664 it established Stafford County from territory previously part of Westmoreland County. It was named after Staffordshire, England. As originally delineated, Stafford County included a much larger area than its current borders, and in fact encompassed what would later become Arlington, Fairfax, and Prince William, and the city of Alexandria. It is part of the area now considered Northern Virginia. George Washington spent much of his childhood in the lower part of the county on his family's home, Ferry Farm, along the Rappahannock River across from Fredericksburg. Colonial Forge High School was built on a tract of land owned in colonial times by his father Augustine Washington. George Mason, another founding father of the nation, also spent his formative years in Stafford. Aqua Church, built in 1757, is unusual among local structures for having been designed on the plan of a Greek cross rather than the more standard Roman cross design. In addition, Aqua Church has a rare three-tiered pulpit. It has been designated a National Historic Landmark. The Episcopal Church continues to be active today. Stafford County industry and resources were important to the colony and early nation. During the Revolutionary War, the Stafford Iron Works furnished arms for the colonial rebel soldiers. Aqua Creek sandstone, quarried from Government Island, was used to build the White House and the U.S. Capitol. During the American Civil War, the county was part of the battlegrounds, occupied by more than 100,000 troops for several years. The Battle of Aqua Creek took place in the Aqua Harbor area. Both the Union Army and Confederate Army struggled to control the strategic Potomac Creek Bridge at various times during the war. Falmouth, a town bordering Fredericksburg, was the home of late 19th century artist Gary Melchers, whose house, Belmont, still stands. Stafford County today is considered part of the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. Many residents commute to work in Washington and its environs north on Interstate Highway 95, U.S. Route 1, and Virginia Railway Express. In the early morning hours of May 9, 2008, a tornado touched down in the southern part of the county, severely damaging about 140 suburban homes. The county was also severely affected by Snowmageddon, the massive blizzards of December 2009 and February 2010. Stafford received some of the heaviest snow in the D.C. metropolitan area, with about 25 inches of snow in December, and 19 inches in February. Geography. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, the county has a total area of 280 square miles, of which 269 square miles is land and 11 square miles is water. The Potomac River flows along part of the eastern border of the county, while the Rappahannock River runs along the extent of the county's southern border. Aqua Creek empties into the tidal segment of the Potomac River at Brent Point in Stafford County. Major bodies of water: Rappahannock River, Potomac River, Aqua Creek. Adjacent counties and independent city government and politics. The county is divided into 7 magisterial districts: George Washington, Hartwood, Falmouth, Griffiths, Widewater, Aqua, Garrisonville, and Rock Hill. The magisterial districts each elect one supervisor to the Board of Supervisors, which governs Stafford County. The county operates under the county form of the county executive system of government, with an elected Board of Supervisors. The board then appoints a professional, non-partisan county administrator to manage government agencies. Stafford County is represented by Congressman Rob Whitman in the U.S. House of Representatives. Stafford is represented by William J. Howell in the Virginia House of Delegates. Delegate Bill Howell also serves as the Speaker of the House of Delegates. Demographics. As of the census of 2010, there were 128,961 people, 38,237 households, and 24,481 families residing in the county. The population density was 342 people per square mile. There were 31,405 housing units at an average density of 116 per square mile. The racial makeup of the county was 72.5% white, 15.6% African American, 0.4% Native American, 2.8% Asian, 0.10% Pacific Islander, 3.2% from other races, and 4.0% from 2 or more races. 9.2% of the population were Hispanic or Latino of any race. By 2005, Stafford County's population was 72.8% non-Hispanic whites. African Americans were 17.0% of the total population. Native Americans were 0.4% of the county total. Asians 2.3%, Native Hawaiians and other Pacific Islanders 0.2%, thus making Stafford County one of the high percentage NHPI population counties in the country. Latinos were 6.4% of the population, above the percentage of Latinos in all of Virginia, but far below Stafford County's northern neighbors. As of 2000, there were 38,187 households, out of which 46.90% had children under the age of 18 living with them. 68.00% were married couples living together. 9.30% had a female householder with no husband present, and 18.90% were non-families. 13.80% of all households were made up of individuals, and 3.40% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 3.01 1 and the average family size was 3.32. In the county, the age distribution of the population shows 31.60% under the age of 18, 7.80% from 18 to 24, 33.70% from 25 to 44, 21.10% from 45 to 64, and 5.90% who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 33 years. For every 100 females there were 101.10 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 99.50 males. The median income for a household in the county was $75,546, and the median income for a family was $78,575. Males had a median income of $47,080 versus $31,469 for females. The per capita income for the county was $24,762. About 2.40% of families and 3.50% of the population were below the poverty line, including 3.30% of those under age 18 and 5.30% of those age 65 or over. Points of interest: Ferry Farm, Belmont, Aqua Church, Chatham Manor, White Oak Church, Aqua Park. Media newspapers: The Freelance Star, the Stafford County Sun, the Washington Post. Transportation: Airport: Stafford Regional Airport. Major highways: I-95, US 1, US 17, State Route 3, State Route 212, State Route 218. Mass transportation: Leland, Brook, Quantico. Education: elementary schools, private schools, Holy Cross Academy, Fredericksburg Christian School, St. William of York Catholic School. Communities: notable people: James Garrard, Governor of Kentucky 1796 to 1804, born in Stafford County, Virginia. Arlene Leemers, Olympic gold medalist in Taekwondo. John Main, former pitcher for the New York Mets, born in Fredericksburg, graduated from North Stafford High School. Pocahontas, Pamunkey princess who resided here with her Patawimic husband, Kaukum, at the time of her abduction. Greg Ritchie, current manager for GWU. Jeff Rouse, Olympic gold medalist in swimming. Torrey Smith, wide receiver for the San Francisco 49ers. George Washington, Washington's boyhood home. Ferry Farm is located in Stafford County.